Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I wanted to take care of a few little housekeeping issues before we ditch those fluffy facials and work smarter, not harder. For those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Stephanie Halvick. I'm a registered nurse, owner of RN Faces and the Skin Classic, the Dermafrac, and Illuminate. And I wanted to share with you ways that you can streamline your practice today. Simple things that you can do today and get your practice managed much better. So, let's get started here. Thanks all for joining me. And in the comments, please let me know where you're watching from. And today I'm doing lots of giveaways too. So let me take care of just a bit of housekeeping that I need to get done here. And so I wanted to show you a few events that are upcoming now. IECSC in New York City, Sasha Benson, she is a very talented Skin Classic trainer, provider, distributor, as well as Dermafrac. She will be in New York and she's holding a class at the IECSC. And this way you'll be able to see how these two peas in a pod just really work terrific together. The Dermafrac, which is suction assisted microneedling, with the Skin Classic for unbelievable results in record time. So make sure if you are attending New York City's IECSC, let us know here. Let us know and make sure that you go ahead and get your class scheduled at that time, and you'll get to meet Sasha and learn all about how you can integrate both of these procedures. April 28th, I will be at the Virginia Beach NASN Pro. I'll also be speaking and on the skin panel at that same time. So I'm super excited. You know that Virginia Beach is my part of the world down near Cape Charles. So I'm hoping that we'll get people maybe even flying in. If you flew in to that event, the airport is real small there. It's so great. You can take an Uber right over to the Westin. That's where it is. It is so swanky and the food is delicious. It's really a great event. You'll see the Skin Classic, Dermafrac, and Illuminate being demonstrated by me all day long. And I really hope that you can make that one. And I have one more that I must give a big shout out to, Mr. Moto out there in Phoenix, Arizona. He has the Mecca event on the same day, the 28th, as NASN Pro. So I had a little bit of scheduling conflict there, but not to worry, because you will be in great hands. Mr. Moto has been a Skin Classic provider, trainer, and distributor for RN Faces, and he's holding a class too. You better get to him very quickly. You could message him right on Facebook, but I know that class is filling up quick. He holds a great class. He's funny, he's very gregarious, and he will take really great care of you at the event. So I see that everybody's hopping on. Oh, great, because that I am, let me do this. I'll be spinning the wheel at the end of this broadcast, and I've got some great prizes. I know I didn't say what they were ahead of time, but let's see. Of course, I can't do one without giving away some probes, right? Because these probes are super important. One pack of probes can yield at least $10,000 in revenue to your practice. So if you're using the Skin Classic, you'll be able to pick whichever ones you want. Also, I'll be giving away some Dermafrac. I think my light's a little bright here. Dermafrac serum with the needle head. So I have the Brighten, the Fibrogen, and also the Rejuvenate. They are my most favorite serums that I use with Dermafrac. So that'll be available. And then also, I am giving away a pack of my Definage post-care kit, and you're going to see how I integrate something like this into streamlining my procedures, making sure that everything really goes smooth in my office. So I love Definage. I don't wholesale it, but I did want to give it away for a prize because I think it's a great line. And if you are looking for a line that you can actually streamline in your office, then Definage is that. There are not a ton of SKUs like there are in many others. Also, I'll be giving away a Skin Silk Décolletage patch. It's medical silicone, and it will help decrease the signs of wrinklage around the décolleté. And the reason I love those is because I do a lot of décolleté work, between the Dermafrac and the Skin Classic. Once I clear all that out, then there's always a few little minor things that we can tweak in order to make sure that our clients are even happier. So I'm going to hide this for now, but I'm coming back at the end of the broadcast. So okay, here we go. So, a lot of you out there are new to the aesthetic world. Some of you are nurses that I train. Some of you have just gotten out of aesthetic school. Many of you have been working in the field for a long time, and you want to streamline your business. You feel like you're working very hard, a lot of fluffy facials, and I hate to call them that. I don't do them, but they do serve a purpose. But they are exhausting. When I hear from all of you guys that you are totally exhausted at the end of the day, your laundry, making the bed, the massages, all of the trappings that go along with a fluffy facial really take a lot of time out of your practice, and they just wear you out. So, look, I am going to show you a few ways that if you like to streamline, you're going to like all of this. So here we go. Okay, so transition to a 30-minute procedure, but how? Okay, so if anyone out there doesn't know who I am, I'm Stephanie Halvik. I'm a registered nurse, owner of RN Faces and the Skin Classic, Dermafrac, and Illuminate. And I do procedures under 30 minutes that are safe, affordable, efficacious, and I bring those to you. But we're not just talking about those procedures today. We're going to be talking about other procedures that you may involve in your fluffy facials. So if you want to transition to 30-minute procedures, but you really don't know how, okay, let's just think of this. But fluffy facials are my bread and butter. If that's what your menu is full of, then maybe this training is not for you, but hang on to it because in a few years you may want to revisit this after you've done so many of them. You just can't think about going back to the office, making another bed, doing laundry at the end of the night. So with all of that, let's just go through this. I want to show you how to weed out other procedures that just don't bring you joy or they're time suckers. I want you to utilize components, though, of your fluffy facials to implement a new express menu item. And when you are acquiring new equipment, like at the events that are coming up, you want to choose the ones that have a proven track record for safe, efficacious results. And one more like sidebar, if you're doing procedures that you must numb clients, it would really be nice if you had a separate um, area where you could do that because that is one of the biggest time suckers. And that is why I very rarely ever numb a client. So, and if you have questions, please in the sidebar, please let me know here. Oh, hey, everybody. Thanks. Oh, yes. Wow. We've got lots and lots of you guys. Terrific. And if I resonate with any of you, and believe you me, I am not trying to pick apart a fluffy facial. People love them. They're relaxing, and they were probably the basis of your aesthetic practices once you started practicing. So I am not dissing them. I just know that sometimes there is a time in our career that we need to cut those kind of away. So What I'm going to give you a checklist today. So I want you to work smarter, not harder checklist. And I'm going to go over these as quickly as I can because I know everybody's time is very important. So you're going to use Jot form or an equivalent. That's just online onboarding forms. You will schedule your follow up appointments for your clients that same day they are there. You want to axe those laborious, longer treatments away from your menu. Just we're going to cut and slash. You want to create express treatments and packages. You want to prepare your goodie bags for each treatment. And yes, we are going to strip the bed and cone down our retail. Now, if you look at this checklist and you can pick a few of those things out and even do those today, then you are going to be saving time in your practice. The reason saving time in the practice with these types of items is because our time is very precious to us. We're in the market of making money, but we don't want to be burned out. We don't want to have so many tasks. And especially a lot of you are solo estheticians without assistance and without someone else following behind and cleaning up after you. So you're going to want to be as streamlined as possible. And this checklist, we'll go back over it towards the end. This will help you prepare to do so. So, my first item that I like to really talk about is Jot form. And you know, I'm a big Jot form fan. If you don't use Jot form and you use a different form company, that's perfectly fine. But you must use it. And the one big reason couple of reasons you want to use a Jot form is because you want to send out your clients an initial intake form so that they can send it back to your email. You want them to be able to go through that form, fill it out in their quiet space at home completely, and then it gets sent over to your email. So when you get that form sent to you, then all of a sudden you get a total picture of your client. You know what they're allergic to, you know what their concerns are, you know what their skincare regime is, you know so much about them before they ever step through your door. And that means that you can formulate a game plan in your head for this client so that when you go to do your consultation, you are going to sound like that expert. You're going to be the one that knows them through and through already, even though they just stepped through your door. Or picture this. They come to your office as a new client and you hand them a clipboard with a 3-page intake form for them to fill out. All the while they're filling it out, they're yelling across the room, "Hey, what's sebaceous hyperplasia? I don't know what that is." Well, if they don't know what it is, typically they don't have it. But see, they've already interrupted your flow. You are going to take at least a 15-minute window out of this client's time with you. And not only that, when they do this in the office, they do it haphazardly, they do it very quickly. And we want them to be in their quiet place. And then we want to have this, of course, in the cloud, which is so much better than having paper files in our office. So I urge you, even those old school people here, and I see from my list over here, we do have a few. I implore you, Jot form is free. It is absolutely free. Go to jotform.com and you can use up to, I believe, 5 forms without having to upgrade into a new account. Now, a lot of you do use other form companies that are maybe associated with your store. That's fine. Use those, do whatever you need to do. But I love Jotform because it is free and it gets you in very quickly. And then that will streamline your practice right there. I guarantee it. But now I'm going to take it just a little step further. And you know how much I love to be very specific on my forms. So on my Jot form, I am, and you must do this too. Now, not everybody out there has a skin classic, and I'm not saying you have to. I mean, unless you really want to. You want to be very specific on your intake form. I'm very specific when it comes to Skin Classic. I want to know, what do they have? Do they have skin tags? Do they have sunspots? Do they have milia? I need to know. I need for them to tell me. This is the way that they're going to tell me. They're going to check these off. Now, maybe you do microcurrent and you're thinking, oh, well, what specific questions would I have on mine? Well, you might have some questions like, have you ever had a history of Bell's palsy? Have you ever had a stroke? When it comes to those things that are specific to what you can help clients with, it must be on paper and they must be able to tell you what their issues are. And those are just some things that maybe aren't on a standard intake form. They may be things that you want to add to it so that they may say, oh, wow, I wonder why she's asking me about skin tags. Wow, maybe she treats them. Okay. So that is why you want to revamp that intake form. And if you have been using online forms all along, still go to JotForm, get that form for free, and make a client updated form and put those crucial pieces in that updated form. It only is one page, and every client tomorrow that you see, before you see them, have them fill it out online so that you get it in the office. And if you're using microcurrent and they say, oh, I had Bell's palsy, or I had whatever the question is, you're going to think to yourself, wow, I'm going to use that machine today. Wow, I'm going to use that peel today. There's certain reasons why we do this. We need to learn more about our clients. So enough said about the very first thing that you all should do to streamline is to do online forms. And believe me, I have a lot of old people that have sent back their forms to me, and I always had a form for them in the office in case they were old and couldn't do it. Even those old folks, they have access to the internet and they don't mind doing it. It takes a little time for them sometimes, but I've never had a complaint. So don't let that one stop you. When you're in the office, do not let that client leave unless you have made them a follow-up appointment. Do you know how much time it takes out of your day to make an appointment with someone when you're with clients and then you get a message, oh, I'd like to make an appointment? Okay, so you've got to go to your calendar, your automated calendar that you might have. You've got to look, you got to go back and forth. Oh, no, that's not good. I can't do that day. Can I do another day? What time is best? So all of that is a time sucker. And your clients are going to come back anyway. You're not being pushy. You're being helpful in making sure that they'll get that appointment that they want right then and there. Of course, there's always rescheduling issues, but your book will be filled and you will manage your time a little bit better by just going on and scheduling it right then and there. And okay, so when we want to ditch these fluffy facials, right, we're talking a lot about laundry. And yeah, Jennifer, right? You're right. They don't fill these forms out completely. So if they don't fill it out, they usually don't get submitted. So if you're doing it online, then you're going to get a complete form. So very good comment there. Okay, so and I go train so many people. I've been in so many beautiful offices. They're gorgeous. They look so comfortable, and it's because of the fluffy facial. So, just really quick history. I started in the aesthetic world in 1993. I started doing permanent makeup. And as you know, Board of Health, permanent makeup, linens just don't equate. You're not allowed to use those things. Everything must have a slick surface to be able to clean up quickly and efficiently. So I never even thought about table sheets and blankets. And then when I started my skincare practice in 2000, I carried that over. When I started doing microdermabrasion, I never even thought to put blankets on a table and all of the trappings that go along with that. It was more of a medicinal treatment. It took less than 30 minutes. So I never even thought I would have a client under covers or anything like that. So that's where my world comes from. But the offices that I go into, they get frustrated at all of the laundry. They're doing laundry at night while they're home with their kids. They're trying to fold laundry. They're trying to make the beds in between clients. It really is a cycle that some of you don't want any longer. So, this is why we need to ditch the fluffy facials. And I don't mean your top selling fluffy facial, but if you have a lot of facials on there, start axing them out of your menu, and I want to show you how to get out of that whole gerbil wheel. Okay, so when you're, let me get here, when you are, this is a gorgeous room, right? It's all made up nice. You even have a towel cabbie. You've got those linens. And yes, it's very inviting. But I can tell you that making up that bed every client is daunting. And that kind of, after a while, you lose your spirit having to make up another bed. If you could just clean that bed and all of the other trappings like towels. I know the hot cabbie is so great, and this won't be for everyone, but I've never used a hot towel cabbie. I've never used hot towels. I cleanse the skin much like I was in a derm's office, and the derm said, "Hey, Steph, go clean that client's face, and then we'll get working." I do it with gauze or pads and water and cleanser, right? But so I'm not saying don't do that, because your clients really come to expect certain things from you. But I'm going to show you how to ditch away from that a little bit, so that maybe, just maybe, your office could look like this. I go into a lot of nurse practice offices where they're doing lots of injectables and skin, and this is what their offices look like. Even though they are doing microneedling, even though they are doing microdermabrasion and peels, their tables look like this, and some of them without the paper. But the point is, look how streamlined that is. They're not all using hot towel cabbies. They're not using hot towels to cleanse, which I know that is a mainstay for a lot. But if you can get away from it for certain procedures, I'm going to show you what I actually mean by that. But that's the difference, right, between what your room may look like. And many of your guys' room I've been in, and they're gorgeous. But my office was very Spartan and didn't look as beautiful as this, but it surely did the trick. And it didn't even look as nice as this, but it served its purpose. All flat surfaces, able to clean the table, a mayo stand. I had everything tucked in pretty nicely that way. Um, let's see what's coming up. Okay, so we've gone through on how to maybe have your room look, but not for every client, right? If you're still incorporating the fluffy facial, that's fine. It may look like that first picture, but try to start training your clients to have them see your treatment room a little differently. One other thing that can suck the time away from you and your clients is setting up for your procedures. Okay, so truth be told, this video was done during COVID, and I just so totally embarrassed that I even did this video like this. I put on a mask. I'm talking to a camera. Like, how dumb is that, right? But I did it anyway. But the point of this video was to show you how I go about making, I'm going to Hey guys, Stephanie making up my goodie bags, right? So when my clients come to see me, I have a little bag for every procedure that I do. So that little plastic bag that you see has my gloves, my little cup for hot water, my Q-tips, my cotton rounds. If I'm dermaplaning, it would have a blade in there. It has everything that I need to get my mayo started, even from the table top of it. So it's something that Back in the day, I would have my assistants make this up, but it's super easy. You can make these up, and look, everything comes in a little bag. You are so well prepared for each procedure. And as you know, lots of my procedures don't have that much stuff. But if you're doing more of a bigger procedure, like even my Dermafrac, all I have is a cup, some gloves, some alcohol, some cotton rounds, and that's about it. Same way with Skin Classic. Oh, maybe throw in a Q-tip or so, you know? So my procedures are coned down to where I don't really use too much stuff to. Everything's spilled out here. I go ahead and I just set it all up quickly, efficiently. And again, I apologize for that mask. That was really super dumb, wasn't it? Um, so let me move on here. So that's one more feature that you can go ahead and do today by making up your little baggies of setups. And we used to call them goodie bags in surgery. When I was in surgery, we would have open heart surgery, we would have appendectomies. So we had grab bags for each procedure so that when we went in, whether it was an emergent procedure or just the normal run of the mill procedure, we weren't hunting and pecking for all of our supplies. They were in one bag. So that's the whole reason behind that. And you could always find that video on YouTube, in my YouTube channel. So let's just go ahead and pick a few procedures that maybe you can do today. So you have a fluffy facial going on, right? That's what you have on your menu, but you want to incorporate quick standalone or packageable treatments. So I'm going to start with microdermabrasion. Everybody knows what microdermabrasion is. Microdermabrasion should not take you any longer than about 20 minutes to do, honestly. Now, if you're doing like a medicinal microdermabrasion, a lot of you do a microdermabrasion during your fluffy facial. So your clients already are privy to that type of procedure. So why not make an express microdermabrasion? Lots of your clients have lots of money, but not lots of time, and they want to have more of a really wow factor. So a fluffy facial will give you a wow factor, but if they need more medicinal work, do a microdermabrasion package. Do a microdermabrasion every week for 4 weeks. That's a great package. And you wouldn't discount your package. Don't say if one treatment is 100, it's a $400 package treatment. What you want to do is my microdermabrasion package is $400. And with that, you get two dermaplane treatments with that on week 1 and week 3. This way, you are giving them extra service without extra product, except for your blade, which is about $1, and you're over servicing them. So the point is not to discount your package. Don't throw in that free treatment. Offer something of service as to not cut away from your price. Oh, yeah, you like that, huh, Angela? So you can do that with any of these procedures, like microdermabrasion. You could also, with a you can do a dermaplaning package that's packageable. So are peels. And those first 3 procedures are super quick. There is no reason to make them a long, drawn out procedure. So your clients will love the fact that you care about their time. And when you make these express treatments on your menus, these are the treatments you will no longer make the bed for. If they come in for that microdermabrasion and they come into your room without the blankets and the sheets and all that jazz, and they'll say, "Oh, you want me to just hop up here? No blankets." If they're chilly, throw a little throw over them, but they're not going to be there that long. Say, "Oh no, these express treatments don't require all of that. This way, you're starting to train them that if they're coming in for a straight up microderm or a peel or a dermaplane or a Dermafrac skin classic or say like an Illuminate buff and glow or whatever LED thing you use. No, these are all under 30 minutes. So start looking at your menu items, slash, burn, cut them, make these express deals for them, and they will love it. You can always either do something as well, too, like, when people come in for, say, a micro, like a Dermafrac package, I'll let them go home with my post care kit, which clearly for definage is suitable for microneedling right after the procedure as well. So I'm safe across the board, and I can incorporate this. They can use this at home, and I will give this to them in their package. They don't not pay for that last treatment, but I might offer this. Or what I actually do, this is the way I package my Dermafrac is if I'm doing 3 treatments at $200, that's $600. And I do it every other week. And in between the Dermafrac treatments, I offer them a peel at no charge during that time. So the peel takes less than 10 minutes. They come in and they get over serviced. I haven't cut down the amount that I make on the package of just giving them a little bit more service that they're going to be grateful for. So that will work. What's in your package? Okay, so in my package, like I just said, maybe you just hopped on, but I'll say it real quick. So if I do a package of Dermafrac, and a package of Dermafrac for me is a microderm and the microneedling, the suction assisted microneedling. Takes me less than 30 minutes. You can see all of my videos where I do them in my group Dermafrac, and you'll see that they run generally around 22 minutes to 26 minutes for the whole treatment. So I would offer my client a package of 3 to 4. I never go out past 4. I think that's too daunting. It seems like too much for me unless there was a lot of hyperpigmentation or a lot of scarring. But 3 is a really nice place to start packages. It doesn't scare your client. So 3 Dermafrac treatments is $600. That's a package. And with your package, we're going to do your Dermafrac treatment every 2 weeks. And in between those every 2 weeks, I'm going to do my Dermacell peel from Dermafrac in between. They can come in the office. I don't schedule them any more than 15 minutes. I do the quick peel. They're out. I can keep tabs on how good they're looking. I can show them a picture. So that's also a great way to incorporate a package to keep your clients really interested in their own treatment. So that's how I do that, Gloria. Thanks for popping in too. I love it. And so you can do that with any of these procedures. Now, Skin Classic, I don't do packages of that, but that's a standalone. You can do a standalone Dermafrac, which is, if you're a little slower, if you're newer to the Dermafrac, maybe it might take you total 45 minutes from the time your client walks in to the time they walk out, because maybe you're talking, maybe you don't want to rush them, but the procedure itself is 22 to 26 minutes. And yes, that could be a great standalone treatment, which I will not make a fluffy bed up. It's not worth it for that time. I want to be thought of as like the little junior dermatologist. My room is nice and clean. They're coming in for that quick procedure and then they're gone. They don't want to linger. They may want that when they do a fluffy facial, but they don't want to do it when we're doing it. So you can see my videos here on my page, RN Faces. If you go through or search the videos, you'll see how I do full procedures in 30 minutes or less. Also, the Skin Classic is very quick. When I was in Philly, we did a full face of DPN, and you can see this on YouTube as well. I don't want to, I'm not going to belabor this, But look, this was 2 minutes and 19 seconds
A
that
bit more
we did this.
perpendicular.
This was
And you know
during a
what?
training, so this was
Readjust your
one
stretch.
side
Pick up
of all
the
the,
foot. Uh-huh, there you
DPN.
go.
So
Perfect.
you can see that it's very, very quick. Let me see. I'm gonna go over some more. Let me see here. Yes, so that was 2 minutes per side. Okay, so
Mhm.
that would have been like a 4 minute, like a 5 minute treatment, and it would have been like a 350 at least. So you can see that that's a very efficacious way to go ahead and treat your clients. So you want to do those quick procedures like what we just talked about. Okay, so I have the Definage up here, not because I sell it. I mean, I do sell it. It's on my website, of course, to my clients. But the reason I just wanted to talk a little bit about this is because a lot of you, especially I go into your offices and I do so many trainings, and I see that you're overwhelmed with the skincare line that you have. The SKUs are maximized completely. Whether it's your rep, maybe it's you, you can't decide what it is you need to really use. Take another look at you at what you're using. Take another look at what's on your shelves. What is selling? What isn't selling? Slash and burn what isn't selling and scale down your SKU. You're going to save money because you typically probably sell a lot of the same things to your clients. With me, Definage, there's only so many products that I carry, and this is it pretty much. And this is all I use. So I don't have to get confused on what to suggest to my clients. You may be more of a chemist, so maybe this doesn't resonate with you. But if you're somebody like me, a nurse getting into the business, you get overwhelmed. You don't want to use everything. You don't want to have 20 different products and try to have your clients figure out what they want or you figure out what they need. So I keep it very simple and I use just what I know they're going to love. It's been a proven thing in my office. So the Definage has really, really helped me with that. And you know what? If you want to explore the Definage, go ahead. You can drop the word Definage. I'll send you my rep. And she may be able to help you out depending on your area or get someone to help you out. But it's a great line. I don't sell it, but I mean, wholesale. But I do that. So this was the post care kit that is really good for all of these procedures afterwards. So that's why I like to use it. And if you, as a skincare professional, can get your clients to use what you have in a kit either as their first client, their first visit. This way, they're getting to know what skincare line you have. But it's really nice to package it up. When you have a package like this, it's so easy to sell it. So talk to your skincare reps and make sure that you get those on hand because they really, really do help. Before I go and wrap that up, yeah, Joe. Yeah, I know. I know you've been looking at it. You should bring it in. It's very easy. I am just going through here and looking to see if I missed any questions. Oh, thanks everybody for tuning in. And oh, thanks, Diane. I appreciate that. And Kathy, thanks. I love that. Um, okay, I'm just going to recap very quickly. Okay, so we want to work smarter, not harder. If you need the link for Jotform, if you don't use Jotform and you want to, please, in the comments, just throw up Jotform. I'll help you get started. I'm not even an affiliate for them. I should be. I've had so many people sign up for Jotform, but I want you to, in the comments, if you want Jotform, let me know. Remember, today, start the habit of getting your clients to schedule right then and there so that your book is full next month. It's so nice to look at that, knowing that your clients are coming in, knowing that you're not going to have to go back and forth like a ping pong ball. Is this okay for you? Is this day okay? Don't get into all of that. Just take care of it that day and then just have a confirmation ability somehow in your system. uh, take an axe to the laborious and longer treatments. And some people that I've chatted with this week have even cut out lash extensions that they started with. They started their practice, but they've moved on and done more skin, and they really don't do those. Well, you know what? Don't even offer them, because that is a big time sucker, especially if you don't absolutely love doing it. If it's something that has been paying the rent, but now all of a sudden you're into more skincare, go where the skincare is. That is where the money is, but that is where your body will love to do treatments. Leaning over doing eyelashes all day is very tough. Leaning over doing permanent makeup all day was tough. I whittled that. I cut that out of my menu so that my treatments could be fast, furious, lighthearted. It gives you a whole new perspective on your treatments. You're like happy to go in knowing that you're not going to sit in the chair for over an hour. That is so, I don't know, 2005 or something. We don't want to do that. Okay, so you want to create those express treatments and packages. Just take your microdermabrasion. If you've never done a standalone microderm, but you've incorporated it into your facial, pick a number like $85. If that's what you think is fair for a half hour appointment, pick the $85. Do a wash, cleanse, microderm, maybe a serum, and out the door. Okay. Or I would use the Illuminate for 5 minutes and probably charge $100. That would be, in my world, what I would charge. But do what's comfortable, and then charge them $85 for 4 treatments, and offer them something in between, or give them a dermaplane for 2 of those treatments. And that is something that your clients will love. They'll feel like they're getting something special, which they are, we all know. And that will help your bottom line and get your clients scheduled. Okay, quick story. When I started skincare in 2000, I got my first machine from Dermogenesis, who I work with now. That's Dermafrac. And it was one of those big, bulky crystal machines. It was $7,000. And guess what? I was brand new in the business. That was my first thing that I was doing skincare wise. I lived in a town of 900, and I paid that $7,000 machine off in 3 months. And you know how I did it? I did packages. I was packaged out the wazoo, and I packaged up everyone and got their subsequent treatments on the books for the next, I did it for 5 weeks, 5 weeks. And that's how I paid for my machine. So, hey, get the Dermafrac. I'll show you exactly how to do it. With the microdermabrasion, you can do microdermabrasion packages. You can do the microneedling packages. It's so easy and such a big moneymaker, especially early in your career. Prepare those goodie bags. Just get the baggies. Put everything in there that you need, and just do it one day, and open them up and see how freeing it is, instead of hunting and pecking and forgetting something and then having your gloves on and going into your drawers. You don't want to do that. You want to look professional. You don't want to be walking around the room opening up cabinets. Don't do it. Prepare those goodie bags. You'll love it. And take those linens off the bed, clean the bed nicely. And if you have 2 rooms, why don't you just make the one room where those quicker procedures are, if you have the luxury of doing that? And if not, start training your people. When you do the microdermabrasion package, go ahead, strip the bed. Tell them that's what we do on these express packages. And then cone down your retail. Make sure you're using what you love, not what your rep thought you would love, and cone it all down. You'll be able to sell quicker, and you'll be able to sell things you like, sell things you know that clients actually use, like silk skin. So if you don't, I don't sell silk skin to you wholesale, but join them online. They're great. These are affordable. People love them. They use them, and they'll need to order more over a period of time. They don't last forever. Okay, so let's do this. I hope that helped. And if you have any feedback, or if you have some suggestion, please put them in the comments, because I love to hear what you guys are doing too, or what kind of suggestions you might have. We want to save our hands, our body, so that we can do this well into our golden years. And that I'm 66 and I don't want to slow down, but I want to work smarter, not harder. So I'm not chasing my tail. So let's see here, everyone. Thank you really for watching, and hooray, it's time for a giveaway. So, I love a giveaway, and I think it's been a little while since I did do a giveaway. And if you're not on this list for the giveaway, then I am sorry about that, but I was very specific. You needed to comment with which machines that you have from RN Faces. So you might have gotten another name on the wheel, but we're going to, and I'm going to let you take your pick. The first one, uh, because not everybody has the Skin Classic, not everybody has the Dermafrac, not everybody has the Illuminate. So there's a little crossover. So I'm going to be a little creative with the giveaway. Okay, so let's go ahead. I am going to spin the wheel. I'm going to take care of this. And so this is for, where is my wheel? Hang on. There we go. Okay, so let's do this. So for a pack of probes, let's see who's getting this. Jan Wilson, sweet. And Jan, I just love watching your posts on Facebook. So Jan, what you need to do is go ahead and private message me on my RN Faces page, your name, your address, and I'm going to get that over to my trusty assistant, Jackie, and she's going to send you a package of F12. Although in the message, you can also say, do you want F12 or F6? So if you want to change that out a little bit, you can. So I'm super thrilled about that. Love me some Jan every now and then. She doesn't miss a Nessun Pro. Super great. Okay, so let's do the next spin on the wheel. And now I'm going to remove you there. So I'm going to spin, and if you don't have a Dermafrac, then again, I'm going to let you substitute that for Jessica Slura. I know Jessica doesn't use the Dermafrac. So, Jessica, if you would like an F12, just make sure that you private message me your name, address, and would you rather have F12, F6, and my trusty assistant will get them sent to you. And let's do another spin here. And it came up, Lori Webb, great. So Lori, go ahead and in the private message me, I think you have the Skin Classic. So if you would like either an F12 or the silk skin decolletage patch, let me know in your private comment to me so that my assistant can get that off to you. I'm going to take you off of there. We have one more to do here. Let's see. Oh, you guys are talking to each other. That's cute. Okay, here we go. And this will be for the Definage Post-Care Kit. Kelly Ramirez, terrific. Well, Kelly, I know you have a Skin Classic too. So if you would rather have a pack of probes or the post-care kit, you just let me know and I'll make sure that my assistant gets that over to you. You have to send me your name, address so that she can get that off to you guys. Hey, I so appreciate you guys tuning in and watching today. I hope that helps. I love when I do my spa parties and my menu is slashed and cut, and things only take a few minutes to do, and my clients are happy. They're never disappointed that they weren't in the chair longer. So I want you all to have a great day. If you have any questions regarding what you saw today, please let me know in the comments. I'll answer it. Maybe somebody else was thinking the same question. So ask those questions there. I'll get them answered to you. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great Monday. See you soon.